Hello everyone. So we are from Biotech B section and we are first years and we have made a model on the organelle mitochondria, and our model is basically about electron transport chain and chemiosmotic hypothesis. We will be focusing more on ATP synthase. So let's see how basically ATP, which is the powerhouse energy, how is it generated in the mitochondria. So first the electrons basically come from NADH and FADH2. So from NADH provides electrons to the complex 1, and there basically after all the reduction it goes to FES goes to complex 3 via UQ and provides electrons for complex 3, and simultaneously FADH2 provides the electrons to complex 2, which again gives it to UQ, and UQ gives it to complex 3. Complex 3 further gives the electrons to cytochrome C, which carries all the electrons and provides it to complex 4. And simultaneously, as these electrons are being pumped from each and every complex, simultaneously protons are also being pumped from the matrix to the intermembrane space, and a proton gradient is being formed. So at the end, electrons are being pumped to the complex 4, and as the electrons are being pumped to the complex 4, there is a final electron acceptor, which is oxygen, which is the reason why we all breathe oxygen. Why do we breathe oxygen? Because it is needed for the production of water. So oxygen present here accepts the electrons from all the complexes and produces water. And all these proton gradient which is formed in the inner mitochondrial membrane is used for the ATP synthesis. So this inner mitochondrial membrane has a lot of proton present. All these protons come into this. This is our final complex, which is complex 5, also called as the F1 F0 synthase or the ATP synthase. So these protons bind to the F0, which is the proton channel, and then it rotates, due to which a mechanical energy is produced, and this mechanical energy provides the F1 to rotate, and this mechanical energy is converted into chemical energy and kinetic energy, which makes the ADP plus inorganic phosphate to bind into ATP, and thus at the end 3 ATPs are released. So basically 3 ATPs are released outside and 3 ADPs are produced inside. So this whole process should be very spontaneously and very connected, so that at the end our ATP is formed. That's it. Thank you.